The streets of Niger's capital might be calm today, but there's plenty of anger under the surface. Many Nigerians are furious about what they describe as an act of war by regional bloc Ecowas.
We implore God morning and night to return war to those who wish us war. We want peace for our country every day. All Nigerians are aware of this and do nothing but implore for peace. Whatever Ecowas does is its business. Ours is ours. Ecowas should seek to unite, not wage war against us.
ECOWAS leaders met on Thursday in Abuja in Nigeria to discuss the military coup in neighbouring Niger. They approved an armed intervention in Niger, agreeing to deploy a standby military force. Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara has promised 850 troops.
Les chefs d'État ont marqué un accord.
This is an Ecowas operation. It's not a Nigerian operation against Niger, or a Benin-Essa operation against Niger because these two countries are Niger's neighbors. At the same time, it's also not an Ivorian operation against our Nigerian brothers. But we are determined to reinstate President Bazoum in his role as democratically elected President of the Republic of Niger.
Pour que nos soldats et nos officiers.
But people in Niger are against any action by a regional force.
Cette intervention, il faut l'appeler par son nom, c'est une.
We must call this intervention what it is, an aggression against our people. No Ecowas text authorizes heads of state to decide to send troops into a member country for any reason whatsoever. This is an act of aggression, and we call on the legitimate authorities, the members of the CNSP, to consider it an act of war, an act of aggression, and to respond with force. As citizens, we made a commitment a few days ago to mobilize and do our part in the national defense strategy. We're going to keep up this pressure and maintain our presence around the key points of the town of Niamey. Because the center of power, the one they want to restore, is Niamey. And we're going to build up a human shield before we reach the defense and security forces.
Constituer un bouclier humain avant d'atteindre les forces de défense et de sécurité.
doit comprendre.
Ecowas needs to understand what the people of the various member countries expect of it. What is expected of Ecowas is to attack the causes of coups d'état, not the consequences.
Les causes des coups d'État.
The United States says it's concerned about the well-being of the deposed Nigerian president, with Secretary of State Antony Blinken backing ECOWAS.
Deputy Secretary of State Nuland, as you know, was just in Niger. She had an opportunity to speak directly to the military leaders who've undertaken this action and made clear to them the imperative of restoring constitutional order, as well as everything that's at risk if they don't. As significantly, Ecowas, the organization that brings together West African countries, is playing a lead role in making clear the imperative of the return to constitutional order, and we very much support ECOWAS's leadership and work on this.
But that's not a sentiment echoed in Niger's neighbour Nigeria, where many are calling for peace.
US has spent more than $1 billion fighting a war that does not concern it. So for them it is a loss of economic benefits. We should be looking at it from this same angle. Nigeria should not waste its resources now going to fight in Niger. Rather, we should encourage them to employ diplomacy and solve their problem internally.
It should be by dialogue. Let's come to the round table and talk. Because of the human resources there, we don't want anything to happen. Nigeria and Niger, we are brothers, and we share the same border. And there is interrelationship between Nigeria and Nigeria. And even apart from that, we are Africa, we are in the same continent. We should not be like others continents that did not see their brother as their brother. Nigerians are our brother, and we should be our brother's keeper.
Before the coup, Niger was an important Western ally in the fight against insurgency, and it's a huge uranium producer. But with the country's new leaders seemingly defiant in the face of growing ultimatums, the future of the nation is uncertain and the stakes couldn't be higher. Faith Orr, Arise News.